Okay, so this one's pretty similar. The only difference this time is that we don't have a 0. And so we could use either of the equations for the first equation. So we're just going to solve this in the same way. It just gets a little bit more complicated because you don't have this 0. But the basic method is just exactly the same as the one we've just done. So let's just take equation 1 again. So what we're going to do, again, we're going to try and write, we're trying to get x on its own on one side. So we're trying to write x in terms of y, but this time we'll also have a number there as well, just not an unknown, just an ordinary number. So 4x minus 3y equals 4. So we'll take the 3y across, just trying to get this x on its own. 4 minus, so minus on one side is going to be plus on this side. 4 plus 3y, I'm going to divide by 4. Just be careful when you're dividing by 4, you divide everything on the other side by 4. And so we're going to do 4 divided by 4, 1. 3 divided by 4 is 3/4. Y, and that's as far as we can go. So we've got x on its own on this time, on this side. We've got it in terms of y plus a constant. We'll call that one 3. Then again, sub 3 and 2. So let's, again, just because I'm doing this, people need to be able to follow what I'm doing. I'm writing everything out in full all the time. You probably don't have to if you can make that jump, as long as you're confident you're not going to make any mistakes. So 2x plus 10y equals 20. And we're going to put the 3 in where we see the x. We're just going to replace it with what x equals. So that's going to be 2 times 1 plus 3/4 y. And it's 2 times all of that, plus 10y equals 20. So multiply out the brackets. To multiply out brackets, just multiply everything that's got a plus or minus between it, you have to multiply. So it's 2 times 1, oops. So 2 plus 3/4 y, same as last time. The 2's cancel out, you're going to get 1.5y plus 10y equals 20. So therefore we're going to get 11.5y equals 18. Take away 2 from both sides. So I'm combining these two. Sorry, bouncing you around. I'm combining these two, and I've taken the 2 across, so plus 2 on this side, so I have to take away 2 from both sides. So I'm going to end up with 18 on the other side. So we're going to get y equals 18 divided by 11.5. And again, because we'll be looking at engineering problems, we'll just simplify, we'll just divide that. We're not so worried about getting decimals. In maths, you would probably keep it as a fraction. So 18 divided by 11.5 is 1.57. I just need to up my number of decimal places. 1.565. We'll call that one 4. Then we'll sub 4 back in 3. So that's all good. So x equals 1 plus 3/4 y plus 3/4 y. So therefore x equals 1 plus 3/4. We just figured out that y is 1.565. So it's 3/4 times 1.565. Figure that out. 2.174. Again, we're still in maths land, so no units. And then, so we've now got our answers. We know what y is, we know what x is, but we'll just check it, and we'll check it in 2. Again, we're checking it in 2 because we used 1. So we first substituted this value back into essentially equation 1. We've rearranged it, but it's basically equation 1. So we can't use that to check. It's better to use the other one to check it. So this is just a check in 2. And so we'd get Well, let's just write it out first. 2x plus 10y equals 20. Therefore, 2 times 2.174 plus 10 times y was 1.565. Remember what I was saying? You just write out right hand side equals, sorry, I'm going to do the same mistake again, left hand side equals that, which equals, move this across so I can see what I'm doing, 2 times 2.174 plus 10 times 0.65. Cool. Which is pretty much 20, which is what we're wanting, because that is equal to the right hand side. So then write out the answer. .565. And that's that one done. So what I'll do is just one last example. We'll quickly run through this with an engineering problem. So it'll look uglier, but the basic solution method is exactly the same.